Today, the countries we know might surprise you. There was a time when these nations had their own maps, their own flags, declared wars, signed treaties, and issued passports. This report explores some of the countries that have disappeared from the map. There was once a country called Prussia. Much of the Europe we see on the map today, its neat borders, familiar nations, was shaped in the shadow of Prussia. Prussia was located in the heart of Europe. To the north, the cold waters of the Baltic Sea. To the south, dense forests and flat plains. Its territory stretched across what is now large parts of Germany, much of Poland, and Russia's Kaliningrad. Prussia sat at the crossroads of European trade, military movements, and politics, making it impossible for anyone to ignore. Even as a small state, Prussia was not a luxurious empire. Order mattered more than beauty. The nation believed that the military came first and citizens second. Long before others, it had developed modern democracy, rule of law, and an impressively disciplined military. Prussian soldiers did not just fight, they taught how a state could control itself. The seeds of German identity, which would later shake Europe, were sown here. History, however, is rarely grateful. After 2 world wars, as Europe tried to rebuild from ruins, Prussia was labeled a problem, the source of German aggression. In 1947, without a war or revolution, Prussia was erased on paper. Its lands were divided among Germany, Poland, and Russia. Today, no map bears the name Prussia, yet Prussia has not vanished completely. In Europe's modern nations, in their discipline, and even in German mentality, Prussia still lives deep in history. Tibet was an ancient, culturally rich nation, protected by mountains and ruled by silence. Hidden behind the vast walls of the Himalayas, between India, Nepal, Bhutan, and China, Tibet occupied a high plateau where the sky felt close and the earth seemed distant. Its geography made it unique, and its isolation shaped its politics. Harsh terrain and remote paths kept the world at bay for centuries. Under the leadership of the Dalai Lama, Tibet functioned as an independent state, maintaining its own administration, military, and foreign relations. Here, prayer outweighed weapons. Spiritual purity was seen as the nation's strength. Lhasa, the capital, was more than an administrative center. It was the gateway to the spiritual world. But the world's definition of power was changing. In 1950, China's People's Liberation Army crossed Tibet's borders. By 1951, through a formal agreement, Tibet was officially absorbed into China. On paper, Tibet still existed. In reality, its independence had ended. By 1959, the Dalai Lama was forced into exile. Tibet was no longer a state but became a region. Today, Tibet is an autonomous region within China. There are roads, cities, and modern buildings. But in the hearts of many Tibetans, a nation still exists, without borders, without maps, but alive in memory. Tibet may have disappeared as a state, but it lives on in belief, culture, and the strength of silence. There was once a nation called Zanzibar, a kingdom floating in the ocean, where the scent of cloves mingled with the waves and history. Located off the east coast of Africa, in the heart of the Indian Ocean, Zanzibar connected Arabia, Africa, and Asia. Today, just a few kilometers from Tanzania's coast, Zanzibar once played a key role in global trade. Zanzibar was a sultanate shaped by Arab merchants. Its economy thrived on cloves, slaves, and ivory. Ships from India, the Middle East, and Europe docked in this small state. Stone Town, the capital, was more than a city. It was a meeting of cultures where minarets, African houses, and European architecture stood side by side. But prosperity attracts danger. Colonial powers and internal inequalities slowly weakened Zanzibar. In January 1964, a violent revolution erupted. In just a few days, a centuries-old sultanate collapsed. The royal family was overthrown, thousands lost their lives, and a country lost its identity overnight. By April the same year, Zanzibar merged with Tanganyika to form a new nation, Tanzania. Zanzibar still exists today. The ocean is there, Stone Town stands, and clove trees flourish. But the sultanate is gone. Yet in old wooden doors, narrow alleys, and local stories, Zanzibar continues to live as a lost country remembered. East Germany was a country born from the ruins of war, surviving within the shadow of division. After World War II, when Germany was defeated, victorious powers divided its territory. Amid this division, the German Democratic Republic was established in 1949, known to the world as East Germany, located in Central Europe. East Germany was psychologically separated by the Iron Curtain. On one side was West Germany, on the other, the influence of the Soviet Union. Berlin itself was divided, a city with two states, two realities. East Germany was a socialist state where the government held ultimate power. Factories, schools, employment, everything was controlled. Security outweighed freedom. The infamous Stasi kept citizens under constant surveillance. Many wanted to escape, but borders meant death. Over time, economic weakness and political dissatisfaction grew. In 1989, the Berlin Wall fell, a symbol of a country's control shattered by its people. By 1990, East Germany ceased to exist, merging with West Germany. Though absent from maps, its buildings, memories, and the psychological divisions of the past endure. Not long ago, there was a vast country called the Soviet Union, so massive that it seemed to cover a quarter of the Earth. Stretching from Eastern Europe to the Pacific Ocean, it spanned two continents. Russia's frozen plains, Ukraine's fertile lands, Central Asia's deserts, all were part of a global system. Born from revolution, the USSR declared a new ideal. No classes, no exploitation. Centralized planning built industry and collectivized agriculture, turning citizens into parts of a vast system. It grew into a superpower, facing the United States during the Cold War. Space races, nuclear arms, and ideological influence made the Soviet Union a formidable rival. Yet crises brewed within. The economy stagnated, and political structures were rigid. Republics wanted to reclaim their identity. Reforms in the 1980s failed to restore trust. In 1991, without a war, the Soviet Union dissolved. Its republics declared independence, ending one of history's largest nations in a single moment. Today, 15 independent countries occupy its former territory. Maps have changed, but memories of the Cold War, the ideals it represented, and the red flag's history still silently influence global politics. Sikkim exists as a small state in India, but it was once an independent territory. In 1975, a referendum led to Sikkim joining India. The king abdicated, monarchy ended, and Sikkim became an Indian state. Through the flow of time, many countries have vanished from maps, yet in history they continue to speak, their stories echoing across generations. Thank you for watching this report. Let us know your thoughts. Subscribe to stay connected, and we'll meet again with another fascinating story.